Hey guys, in the past few weeks we've been able to have a good old mess around on two popular betas. Most recently the Star Wars Battlefront reboot, first announced in 2013. And before that came the E3 2014 announced Rainbow Six Siege. Starting with EA and DICE's Star Wars, due out on the 19th of November, we take a look at my favourite online mission, Walker Assault, based on Planet Hoth, with the Alliance storming the Rebel base. Rebel fighters and troops are fighting against the Empire's AT-AT walkers. The aim is to destroy the AT-ATs, or, as the Empire, defend them, and gain control of uplink points for additional aerial support. The game supports up to 40 players, 20 per side. With AT-ATs, high-ranking players using the Force, and a multitude of basic fighters, it quickly becomes clear that running as a pack is the best way to go, so lone wolves beware. Watching the higher ranking players bounce around the map as Vader and Skywalker seriously made me jealous to the core, whilst also making me wonder how much time those users put into the game already, let alone how little sleep they must have had. I absolutely loved the snowy backdrop too. It felt as genuine as almost any game I have played. Whilst there is no doubt that Battlefront will have the bigger fanbase between both games, we did have to contend with a very limited beta, with just a couple of modes to test run in multiplayer. The aforementioned Walker Assault and Drop Zone on Sullust, plus a solitary wave mode, Survival Tatooine. Tatooine being the planet. This being the case, you should maybe go and check out the developer diaries exclusive to game.co.uk for more insight into the terrains, usable equipment and game modes. Flying around the mountains battling foe looks that much fun, but for now, Star Wars Battlefront Beta earned itself a solid 8 out of 10, just for taking us back to our youth and handing us a bunch of mainly laser based weapons. RPGs, watch out. Moving on to Ubisoft's rested IP, Rainbow Six. Siege is set to reignite teams into chat rooms once more. New leader Angel has reactivated the team, who are taking the SAS approach to tactical combat as before. The beta was seriously aimed at its original fans. Jumping blind into your first game, however, proved somewhat confusing for us newbies, and could have benefited from a training camp even in the beta. It's hardly a straightforward point and shoot type of game. With a plethora of weaponry and breach equipment, you either knew the buttons or you didn't, and spent much of the game bashing the pad finding all this out. Surprisingly, each game took me about 3 lives to get into my groove, and both offered such fun, trying out the weapons, the tactics, and at times some yippee-ki-yay. Once shot, Players cannot respawn, but can stem bleeding and hopefully be revived if teammates are on the ball. The attacking team feature grappling hooks to scale the walls for off-the-ground breach entry points, to climb onto the roof, and even abseil through the skylights. Whilst the defending team set up traps, barricades, shutters, or just bust out into the grounds and use its surroundings for cover instead, and maybe take some pot shots at the roof.
Enemies remaining. Visual. Enemy reloading. Go! Oh yeah, got this one good.
Getting in and out of the building can also pose problems, as different materials are encountered depending on entry and exit points. While some react well to bullets, hitting dense chipboard with your gun butt, for example, may prove arduous and time consuming, so plan your start points well before the game begins. The entire game is designed to form one consolidated team, utilising their different skills to heavy hand their targets into submission. With player types including Twitch, who uses stun drones, Smoke armed with poison gas to damage opposing members' health, plus a recruit with customisable gadgets. Now it's maybe worth mentioning at this point that Just Cause 3 is out December the 1st, going head to head with Siege. Whilst Rise of the Tomb Raider puts in an appearance in store a week before Battlefront, so tough choices will need to be made if money's tight. Plus, you can throw Star Wars pre-order early DLC release Battle of Jakku into that mix, also released December the 1st, which is also publicly available for free a week later on the 8th. Rainbow Six Siege gets a decent 7 out of 10 for its beta. I really enjoyed the game's steep learning curves in tacticity. However, with such small maps compared to the force shown in Star Wars, it's hard not to compare the two on scale, even just in the beta. So there we go guys, Star Wars pinches it for now, but I hope you managed to get some time on both. For now, we have to wait, so we out.